Thunder
I know,
Rosa
I'm
versus
cracking up.
Mercedes Martinez in a no DQ match. Very interesting stuff before the match was that promo by the DMD Britt Baker. I know she brought Mercedes in to kind of take out Thunder Rosa for good because obviously she's her number one threat to the gold and number one threat to the top throne of the division. And so obviously Jamie Hayter and Rebel and and DMD can't take out Thunder, but so she needs even more muscle. But what I liked about this was the respect. And, I kind of was thinking that I was like, when DMD was threatening Mercedes, I feel like now Thunder actually might have someone on her side afterwards.
Yeah.
We're getting that. We might get that. We might get that after all. Someone finally helping out Thunder. I know Thunder's always coming to the aid of the young AEW roster women's division, and so this was a brutal match. It was, a lot of big spots that were very, very physical. Thunder started very, very strong. I love anytime wrestlers will go and fight in the crowd or come out of the crowd. I don't know. I'm a sucker for that. I mark out for that. And Thunder, grabbing one of the fans' hand to help her get up on the railing and jump off the top. Like, it was good stuff, man. And then Mercedes definitely showed up well, man. She's a powerhouse in amongst herself. So Mercedes versus Jamie Hayter, the thought of that is a lot of very compelling, like very interesting. I want to see that. Like, that fisherman buster through the table, even though the table was, not fully on there, and it was awesome. And
that spider German suplex off the top, looked like it
brutal.
Crumpled
My
Thunder.
neck is sore watching that.
That was brutal. That combination of moves where Martinez did that German off the top and then followed it up with, she slipped a little with that elbow, but it looked like the elbow. It looked like the elbow caught Thunder a little bit, and that was one of those moments in this match where I was like, oh my god, Thunder just went through hell. These two, this is one of my favorite portrayals of Thunder Rosa, who is to me such an incredible baby face. I love watching her do her thing, how fired up she gets, how fired up the fans get whenever she's out there. But I love seeing Thunder.
Babyface. Someone likes to be a babyface, eh?
Dude, Thunder Rosa is the one character like in AEW who consistently gets me to just mark out as a babyface fan. I love seeing her do her thing. I think she's incredible at what she does, and I think that there is just she's just a natural at it. She's not a lot of times with baby faces, dude. There's a lot of they feel like they're trying too hard, and to be the good guy, and they have to be this altruistic, perfect person, and like all these things. And I know that some of that stuff has backfired on other characters in the past. Sure. Thunder Rosa, it just feels so natural. It just is who she is. We've experienced it. Just a genuinely easy person to root for. And I love when she's put in the presentation where she is the underdog and has to fight up. So in this example, fighting a Mercedes Martinez, who is a powerhouse, just being put into that position. And then the numbers game with Britt post-match, it just continues to pour more and more support in Thunder's corner. And when you have that, when you have all that building up, and you have someone like Thunder Rosa who knows how to capitalize on that goodwill, just brilliant move on AEW's part. Now, I like how Britt has slowly but surely started to acknowledge that Thunder is her greatest threat, and her entire title reign, easy to say, has been defined by her almost trying to ignore the Thunder Rosa problem. And I think that that's starting to come to a head here. Really think that this is going to – I mean, do you see this happening at Revolution? Do you see these two going toe-to-toe?
No, because I think this could be the first women's main event pay-per-view match. So give us a long build, which is not that typical for AEW. Or I feel like I don't want this rush to be a match at Revolution, a tag match or something, or even if they don't wait till the next Double or Nothing, which is still a long ways away. I feel like, as we know, this is a main event worthy feud. And if you are going to advance the women's division and invest in these two superstars, which they are, make this a main event at a pay-per-view. Why not?
I mean,
You
I
have Hangman
can't
quality
argue it.
pops. If when Thunder dethrones Britt, you're gonna get Hangman quality pops.
I can't argue against it. You do know that regardless of if that ends up happening,
Right.
this is going to be the women's match that like of the pay-per-view of the quarter. It's gonna like of the year. I mean, these two, we've seen it. These two have they have such great chemistry with each other. No matter where they are on the card, SPD, I have the utmost confidence that these two will deliver. They just work perfectly off of each other. I would love to see AEW lean into that. That would be the culmination of what you and I have talked about.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a lot of firsts. Britt and Thunder have had a lot of firsts in AEW history for the women's division. It would only be fitting that they also get the first main event for a women's championship match. I love the idea.
Not many people deserve it more than them. I mean, there's some other roster. There is some other people, Jade and Deeb and Sheeta and all that. But I think the feud level hasn't been matched with these two.
Yeah. I almost, you got to have the match at Revolution. I wanted to say, I almost want them to continue to milk this.
Yeah.
And stretch it out past Revolution.
Right.
Maybe we end up seeing Britt somehow, some way retain the title, and then there's the I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't want this. I'm in a position where I want it so bad, but I don't want it to be over either. You know what I mean? Like you just It's one of those things that you're counting down the days for these two to go toe to toe again. But you don't want it to happen because the chase to get there is so much fun. The buildup is so great to see. There's a lot left here, and I love the Kill Bill vibes from Thunder.
So awesome.
When you think about her journey and her story, it fits perfectly against Britt and her cronies.
Yeah.
The aesthetic alone was phenomenal. Thunder really was a showman tonight. Really enjoyed that. And we've seen her have this kind of format before. Thunder's really good and like where she's just able to go all out and go crazy, right? Like where she's able to have no holds barred, just beat the shit out of her opponent, just kind of crazy violence. Big fan.
And that's why she was your top performer of the night.
Yes, sir.
Clearly, you just hyped it up why she was yours, and a very, very, very close second for my top performer as well with her outstanding showing. But